Hi my dear students. So let's begin with new exercise 2.1. We have done the examples and some theorems. So now we have to apply those theorems and we will solve the exercise 2.1. So let's begin with the first question. I'll read it. Whether the Pythagoras triplet or not. Means some information is given. I'm going to solve 3 sums. There are 6 sums in the question number first. Okay, 3 sums I'm going to solve and rest 3 sums you can solve. So simple and similarly to these sums. So let's begin with the first sum and make it very clear that we have to find out whether it is Pythagorean triplet or not. ये Pythagorean triplet है या नहीं है ये हमको check करना है. How can we check whether it is a Pythagorean triplet or not? So we have to apply the theorem of Pythagoras, which is square of hypotenuse and then sum of the square of other two sides. If these two things are equal, it means it is a Pythagorean triplet. Otherwise, no. So how can we solve? So let's begin with it. In the first sum, they have given 3 numbers, 3, 5 and 4. First of all, you have to begin with the largest one because hypotenuse is the largest side of the triangle. So always begin with largest side. So the largest side is 5. Now we have to take the square. As you know very well that in the Pythagoras theorem we have to take the squares of each number. So first longest side 5, then take its square. Okay, you can write it square. So here I get 25. Now sum of the square of other two sides. Now this one we have to do. So the other sides are 3 and 4. Sum of the square of their side. So 3, 9 and 4, 16. So total is 25. You can see this one 25 and this one also 25. It is equal. So this one you have to check. So most important, largest side. First of all, you have to begin with the largest side. That should be alone, and the other two sides, sum of their square you have to find out. And if it is equal, it means it is a Pythagorean triplet. So how we have to write? 5 square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square. This one 25, this one 25. This one. We have to prove both are equal. So therefore it is a Pythagorean triplet. Also you have to mention the reason. As I told you earlier, you have to write the reason in each and every question. Okay, the reason is converse of Pythagoras theorem. Whenever you have to find out a value, if you have to find out the value of a side, then you can write Pythagoras theorem. As you know very well, at the beginning the Pythagoras theorem is written. But converse of Pythagoras theorem, when you have to apply this one, when all the values are given. Okay, all 3 values are given. Just you have to check whether it is equal or not. Okay, now next sum we will solve. The next sum is 4, 9, 12. I am keeping this one as it is because in each question you have to write this. So the largest side 4, 9, 12. So the largest side is 12. And then we have to take square of 12. That is 144. Now next, the sum of the square of the other two sides. And the other two sides are 4 and 9. 16 and 9, 81. As you can see over here, it is not equal. So you have to write over here. How you have to write? Like this. 12 square, 4 square plus 9 square. This one is not equal to this one. Cancel it. Okay, if it is not equal, you have to cancel it, and then you have to write it is not a Pythagorean triplet. And when it is not a Pythagorean triplet, then there is no need to write the reason. Reason is always have to write when it is a Pythagorean triplet. Otherwise, no need to write the reason. So let's see the next sum. Next, I am going to solve the sixth sum. Question number first ka ye, that the sixth one, and third, fourth, fifth you have to do. Okay. The last one, 11, 60, 61. It will be a Pythagorean triplet. The number shows 11, 60, 61. We have to solve. The largest side is 61, and then the square of 61, 3721. I had lots of practice of these sums, so that's why I can write directly. So the next one, sum of square of other two side, 11, 121, this one 3600, add it 3721. You can see both are equal. Okay, so calculation must be right. Be careful while you are doing calculation, because if there is little bit mistake, answer may be wrong. Okay, let's check. 600, 721. Okay, so it is a Pythagorean triplet. And the step, there is another step. 61 square is equal to 11 square plus 60 square. And the reason over here we have to write converse of Pythagoras theorem. Clear? So let's go for the second question. Okay, this one belongs to question number 1. Okay, there were some sub questions. We have done 3 sums. So now question number 2. As you can see, the diagram is given, and by observing the diagram, we will find out which theorem need to be applied. Okay, here 90 and here also 90 degree. If you remember, this is the theorem of geometric mean. So by theorem of geometric mean, you can easily find out whether you have to write theorem of geometric mean this reason or the different one, because it depends on the diagram. If you observe the diagram, you will get to know that this is the reason. So now I am going to apply the theorem, which is, if you remember, this one, NQ, square of NQ, and where it is perpendicular on NP, so NQ into QP. So now substitute the value which is given in the question. NQ 9 and 4. So 9 4s are 36. So NQ is 6. Okay, unit is not given, so I will write unit word. But read carefully the question in the textbook. If the unit is given, write down. Next one, third one. This was very simple. Okay, there is a 90 degree. Okay, I forgot to write the 90 degree sign. So here you can also see, you can observe there is also 90 degree. Okay, you can read the question also. They mention perpendicular word. So again we have to apply same. We have got the reason, same reason we have to write by theorem of geometric mean. So now this time they have turned the triangle, as you can see over here. So the square of this middle line, which is PM square, is equal to QM into MR. Okay, the square of the middle line, and then where it is perpendicular on QR, and what the parts are made, that are QM and MR. So multiply them. Now substitute the value. This one is given 10 and this one is given 8, and we can find out MR. Okay, they have asked for QR, but first of all you have to find out MR, because QR is the long length. We can easily find out by adding. So square here. Okay, we have to find out MR. So leave alone one side. The relation is multiplication. If it come to this side, there will be division. Now divide it. First of all, I will cancel with 4. 4 to 8, 4 25 is 100. And now we have to divide 25 by 2, which is very easy. Just take half. Whenever you need to divide by 2, it means you have to take half. So directly we can write 12.5. Okay. And now they want QR. If you observe QR, QM plus MR. QM plus MR. This is the, by this you can find out the value of QR. Okay, here this reason you have to mention it is called collinear points. So QMR. So QM is 8. MR we have find out. So now add it, we will get 20.5. So the next answer is QR, 20.5. Okay. Now the fourth sum, 30, 90. Okay, wait a minute, I will update. Next sum, question number 4. Okay, the diagram is given, a triangle, the name is S, P and R. And we have to find out RP, PS. One side is given and the remaining two sides you have to find out. But first of all, I told earlier at the time of theorem, while I have given the introduction of this chapter, that time I mentioned some theorems. So this is which one theorem? 30, 60, 90 theorem. But there I have mentioned that if two angles, if the measurement of two angles is given, you have to find out the third one. Then you can write this triangle is a 30, 60, 90 degree angles triangle. So angle R is equal to 180 minus 30 plus 90. Like this you can solve. As you know, the measure of all the angles of triangle is 180. So subtract it from 180, whatever the values are given. So that is 120. So 180 minus 120 is equal to 60. Now we can write over here 60 degree. Okay, you can write the reason also. So how can we write 180 degree? So you can write the reason over there. You have to write the reason. Sum of the measurement of the angle of triangle is 180 degree. So now we can write this is a triangle SPR is 30, 60, 90 degree angles triangle. So this is 30, 60, 90 degree angles triangle. Now easily we can apply the formula. So which formula we should apply first? They ask for RP and PS, but don't go for those sides first. First of all, you have to observe the value of which side is given. So you can see RS is given and it is opposite to 30 degree. I have told you two theorems or two formula. You can say the side opposite to 30 degree, it has a different formula. Side opposite to 60 degree, that has a different formula. Now which one we have to find out first? Which one we should apply first? So the side opposite to 30 degree is given. So first of all we have to apply this one. SR is equal to half of PR. Side opposite to 30 degree. Okay, if the value, or we can say the length, if the length of hypotenuse is given, then you can apply any formula, side opposite to 30 degree or 60 degree, any one of them. But if the side opposite to 30 degree is given, then you have to apply that one first. Now see why? Because SR is given 6. Now we will solve it. So what we'll get the value of PR. Cross multiplication, 6 2s are 12, PR this side. So the value of the PR is 12. PR If you see in the diagram, 12 is the value of PR, and PR is the hypotenuse. The most important value which we need, that is hypotenuse. Once you know the value of the hypotenuse, you can find out easily the other sides. So now we have to find out PS. PS is root 3 upon PR. If you remember the formula, which is side opposite to 60 degree. So PS is not given, but PR is given. So PR is 12. 2 6 are 12. So the answer is 6 root 3. Okay. So if the length of the opposite of any angle is given, then you have to apply the formula of that angle, which was opposite to 30 degree. Make it clear very well. Now the question number 5th. Okay. In the question of 5th, there is you have to fill up. There are some blanks are given, boxes are given, you have to fill up. So easily you can fill up. I will give the hint, that is a 45, 45, 90 degree angle triangle. Okay, it is not compulsory that the angle 45 will be given. If you say one of the angle is 90 degree and the remaining and the other two sides, if any two sides are equal, it means it is a 45, 45, 90 degree angle triangle. Okay, so apply that formula or theorem which I have given for 45, 45, 90, and you can easily finish this sum. Then send it to me. So now we will go for the question number 6, the last question. आज अपनी करेंगे. Question number 6. First of all, read the question or observe the question carefully. P for perimeter. I have written some shortcuts. Perimeter of square you have to find out. The side of the square you have to find out, and the diagonal is given, which is 10 centimeter. So it's a question of a square. So first of all, you have to make a square. I'm going to make a square A, B, C, D. Okay, we have to write all the symbols also, because square means all the angles are 90 degree and all the sides are equal. So this is the square, and what information is given? Diagonal is given, which is 10. The diagonal is given 10. Now this one 90. This was 90, but we have drawn a diagonal. Then the measurement of angle will be 45. Yeah, because the diagonal bisect the angle of the square. Exact bisect means half of it. So that was the full angle D was 90. Now the remaining one will be 45. So it is 45, 45, 90 degree angle triangle. Okay. One more hint is there, that this one is a 45, 45, 90 degree angle triangle. That is, these two sides are equal. So any reason you can write. I'm going to take this triangle. Okay, you can take any triangle from this diagram. I'm going to take this one, the second one. Triangle BCD is a 45, 45 degree angles triangle. Okay, so this one 45, 45, 90 degree angles triangle. Now we can apply the formula. So what's the formula? That any one side you can take. For example, I will take BC. So the formula is, or you can say the theorem is, 1 upon root 2 of hypotenuse, and the hypotenuse opposite to 90 degree. The side opposite to 90 degree is the hypotenuse, you know very well. So that is BD. Side opposite to, okay, so this is the formula of side opposite to 45 degree. Now substitute the value. BD, which is a diagonal. Diagonal is given 10. So your answer is 10 upon root 2. If you remember in the earlier exercise, maybe too much earlier, Okay, I have mentioned over there that your answer should not be like this, means the number within root on the place of denominator, it should not be there. So what we can do to remove this square root? So simple, you have to multiply with that number. Okay, on the place of denominator, the number should not be in square root. If it is in square root, you have to multiply with the same number. But as you know the rule of the maths, if you are multiplying in the denominator, you have to multiply in the numerator too. So the answer is 10 root 2 upon 2. Root 2 root 2 means root removed. So this is 2. 2 5 is 10. So your answer is 5 root 2. So BC is equal to 5 root 2. BC was the side of a square, so we got the side. This is the side. The next thing they asked, that is perimeter of square. Perimeter of square. What is the formula of perimeter of square? 4a. Okay, if you know the formula, you can solve it. Otherwise, remember this one. 4a. A represent to side. So the measurement of side is, the length of the side is 5 root 2. Now multiply 20 root 2. Finish. So whenever they are talking about square, it means 45, 45, 90 degree angles triangle will be formed over there. And then apply the formula, you will get the value. We have given the diagonal and we have to find out the side as well as the perimeter. Okay, no need to find out the first one. They have asked for perimeter, then we will find out the perimeter. No, at the beginning we will not get perimeter. To find out the perimeter, we should know the value of side. Once you got the value of side, you can easily find out the perimeter. If they ask for area, then area we can also find out. But side is most important. If it is not given, you have to find out at the first. So these are the sums. If you have any doubt, then ask me. I am taking the whole lecture in English. Okay. So till then, bye bye. Good night.